Hello and welcome. How are you doing? This is Gbogbo Swagger and this is Swaggerslifestyle. How are you doing? Hope your day has been restful because today is Saturday, and hope you hope you went for Owambe, because at least this part of the world, Saturday is known for what? Owambe. But anyway, today is going to be a wonderful evening, and I have today an amazing person. But before I ask her to introduce herself, I would like to thank everybody that is always joining our live session and those that are always sending in their comments and also questions. Thank you so much for making this process very interactive. So today promises to be awesome, trust me, because on this show, we get the best of the best of the best. Today we're dealing with handling difficult emotions. This is Gbogbo Swagger, and welcome to Swaggerslifestyle. So today I'm talking with someone that has, she also has a YouTube channel, and I know that at the end of this discussion, you all will just rush and subscribe and go and watch all her videos. So I will just allow her to please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Gbogbo Swagger. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, please, loud and clear.
Okay, thanks, Gbogbo Swagger. Thanks, everyone, for coming. My name is Tosan Alimi of Tosan's University, as just mentioned. So on Tosan's University, it's a channel here on YouTube where we, try to help others through providing practical tips on how to understand and manage your emotions and master emotional intelligence, basically. So that's a little about me. Some people know me for different reasons. I'm also an author, reading some books, two on the business of fast-moving consumer goods distribution in Nigeria, one on events management. I also am a gifts curator. I make hampers, really lovely ones, by the way. Yeah. So, but today we're here to talk about emotions. That is something I'm excited about. I'm always enthusiastic about it because I feel like we have a lot to learn about our emotions. We're always running away from some of them instead of embracing them. So let's see how today goes. Hopefully, Swagger doesn't.
Yeah. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. And there's one thing you all should know. Sometimes I call her emotions. That's why I call her emotions. Even I think some people that are actually close to her, then my brother also, I think he's the one that started calling her emotions, and I just stopped the name and I just call her. So it now takes us straight to the discussion. What are emotions?
Emotions. I think everybody knows what emotions are. The things you feel, the giddy, the anger. So without sounding very technical, I'll just say emotions are our thoughts, our feelings expressed physically. That's what I'll say.
Our feelings expressed
physically.
Okay, that is very that's very short. I thought you were going to give us like what's it called, textbook meaning, and then we have to start writing thesis and all of that.
It's how you live your life. We don't do textbook. How you go tomorrow and you're talking about emotions and everybody's like, oh yeah, I feel it, because we live it, we feel it. So there's nothing textbook about it. So the more real we make it, the easier it is for us to embrace and understand it.
Great. So what is emotional intelligence?
Just like IQ, intelligent quotients, emotional intelligence is about, improving your emotional understanding. So being able to understand yourself, understand others, understand how to create a balance. So it's all about learning how to understand and manage your emotions. Most of us sometimes think that our emotions are out of our control. Like somebody else is pressing our buttons, so we respond or react the way we do, when actually we are actually in charge of our emotions. So the emotional intelligence, I would say, is coming from a place of understanding that you're in charge of your emotions, to actually being able to understand emotions of others, lead others, work with others, peacefully. So at some point, it's really maximizing even the difficult emotions, because every emotion is important. Sadness, happiness, they're all important. That's why we're humans. So emotional intelligence is getting the best out of it.
Great. I like that. A lot of people will say, I'm not finished understanding my emotions. How will I start understanding another person's emotions? So I think at the end of today's discussion, we'll be able to handle ours better and also learn how to understand other people's own, because no man operates as an island. We are all connected one way or the other. So it now takes us to the topic of today. What are difficult emotions?
I actually tag them difficult emotions because we have emotions. Every emotion is valid, from anger, sadness, overwhelm, irritation, to happiness, joy, excitement, amusement. Every emotion forms part of your journey in life. When they say life is happening, it happens with the good and the bad. So emotions are part of it. So I call them difficult emotions because I don't want to call them bad emotions. I don't want to call them negative emotions because they're important. They're all trying to tell you something is wrong somewhere. Something is happening that you don't like or that you need to change. So if you see them as bad, it's like when somebody offends you and the person is somebody does something and you want to listen to the person, and the person will say, you first start with a defensive approach. Oh, you are wrong, you did this. You won't get any headway. You won't even hear if it was a pointful discussion. You will not be able to move forward. But if you, with some curiosity, okay, let me hear what you have to say, you might find out, oh, there's really nothing to be offended about it. So that's really what these emotions are. They are these emotions that are very intense sometimes. They take a hold of us. We really don't like to feel them. We don't like to be embarrassed. We don't like to feel sad. We don't like to feel grief. We don't like to be depressed. So I just put them under that so that you understand the kind of emotions that we really want to talk about handling today.
Okay, so I like that. But some people might not really understand the classifications of all of these emotions. So if we give examples, like you started talking about, you don't want to feel embarrassed, you don't want to feel sad. So do you have what's it called? Is anxiety part of difficult emotions?
Yes, it is. So I would say any emotion that you rather not feel. What would you rather not feel? I would rather not feel
Hungry.
depressed. Hungry me. I'd rather not feel depressed. I'd rather not feel sad. If I can avoid it, I'd rather not feel angry. It takes too much energy, but sometimes you have to be angry to pass the message across. Like one of my videos, I said, get angry the right way. There's a time to be angry. There's also how to be angry. So, I'd rather not feel angry. What would you rather not feel? Sometimes I'd rather not feel embarrassed. I like to prepare, but you can't help it. I'd rather not feel disappointed. But sometimes in order to achieve heights, you have to meet some level of disappointment. Yes. You have to, like now, to experience love, sometimes you have to be heartbroken a number of times before you meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. That's really about living life to the fullest, accommodating both the good and the bad, really, or the positive and negative, as you say sometimes, or the difficult and the easy ones.
I like that. So how then do you handle these difficult emotions?
Wow.
Yes, since that's the topic for today.
Right? Okay, so the first thing is that you recognize that, every emotion is valid, right? I mentioned that, we don't like to feel these emotions. We don't like to feel sad. They sometimes they show us another side of us which we are not used to, or we don't want others seeing. So the first thing is to realize that these emotions are valid and it's really okay to feel them. It's okay to be sad. Sometimes it's okay to experience grief. You lost somebody. you're going to experience a form of grief, especially if the person is close to you. There's no point trying to laugh it off. You really have to acknowledge. And sometimes other people are, we experience different things in different ways. What can make me disappointed? You might say, what's the big deal? Why are you making a fuss about it? But it is important to me. That's why I feel hurt by whatever happened. So you have to identify how you feel and say it out. Okay, this is how I'm feeling. So even if the next person beside you doesn't get it, you have to tell yourself, okay, this is what I'm feeling, and this is absolutely normal. It is valid. So that before anybody kills it or makes it feel small or makes it inconsequential, not allowing you to experience, you want to be angry and say, take it easy. What is it now? You calm down.
Yeah, you don't have the right to get angry. That little thing, that small thing, and you are fuming. Calm down. Yeah.
So, but you are feeling angry. You get, it's another thing for you to express your anger and how you express it. But first thing is, I am angry. I also talk in one of my videos, emotional vocabulary. Are you angry, or are you irritated, or are you super upset? Are you mad? Do you understand? There are different levels, the intensity to how you feel. So being clear exactly about how you feel is the first step to handling difficult emotions. Be clear. Number 2, agree that this thing is important, is valid. It's just like being excited. If you're excited, you would express yourself, you'll be excited. So if you're sad, allow yourself express yourself. You understand?
Okay, so you made mention about, sorry to interject, you made mention about having different levels to, for example, if you're angry, it might be irritation, you might be irritated and all of that. So how can you tell the difference?
Okay, how can you tell the difference? I would say it's a conscious effort. The thing about emotional intelligence and understanding your emotions is that it's not a course, it's not a one-day thing. It's something practical. It's something you have to pay attention to. It's something you have to try to do every day. It's something you have to incorporate in your life. So one of the ways you can do that is to, be conscious about your emotions. Like, begin to pay attention to yourself. I feel angry, but sometimes I'm not really feeling angry enough to give the person a slap. I feel angry, but I'm okay. I can move on from there. Could that be that I'm just irritated? Like, what's that? I can move on. Or somebody tried to shunt me in the line. Or there's a case of somebody stole something from me and is proving right. See me see wala. Can you see that there are different levels to this?
Yeah, there are different levels. That's
true. It's your own observation. That, for somebody else, even that shunting may not be, people are like that, I relieve them. And it might not mean anything to them. So it's also a bit individual. You also have to be, generally there are different, there's anger, there's irritation, there's anger, there's sadness, there's upset, as in you keep going up. But even for yourself, there are minute things that you need to notice. You can read about different emotions, or you can check out my video, maybe Gbogbo Swagger. You can, when they go to
I'm going to link your channel to the description box. Yes, so that
you can check on that particular video on emotional vocabulary. It can help create a stats where you see the importance of why you don't say you are mad when you're actually just irritated. You're just slightly irritated, mildly irritated, because you have to match up to what you say you're feeling, or you tone it down to experience something else. So it all starts from clearly identifying how you're feeling.
Okay, I like that. Simple as that, but it's quite difficult to do. But we would it's a conscious effort.
Yeah, it is conscious. You have to be deliberate about it. Yeah, yes. You keep learning it over time, really.
Oh, great. So now a lot of people say that the female folks, they have a way of expressing their emotions more than the male folks. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that to a very large extent, that's quite true. Yeah. Yes.
Why is that?
Most of us have been tagged sentimental, emotional. Women are emotional. So in living up to what they have called you, you express yourself, you express your emotion, you cry. They say I'm emotional. Let me just go cry. Let me just express myself. You get. They say I used to shout, I used to nag. Let me nag very well. So it's living up to the identity that the environment
Has
or
been
everybody.
created.
Exactly. So that's why I say to a large extent. But I also believe that some men are quite expressive. Some have also been around women that have expressed themselves. And also maybe because of the difficulty we show in accepting men that express themselves. Something like that.
I really do not understand what you mean. Can you shed more light on that?
I think you're trying something there.
Really, I really do not understand.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure a lot of people that are listening do not really get what you're saying. So if you could just shed a little bit more light on that. Thank you.
All right. So let me give this example. My son is 8. We're trying to, I'm the emotional intelligence enthusiast, and he's there and we're watching him grow, and he cries any small thing. If you know how he feels things deeply. We are traveling, he's crying that he's going to miss Tota's home, whereas he actually wants to travel.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, hey, Lord, when is the guy going to toughen up before they kill him? Or at the same time, you're thinking, oh, that's so sweet. It's not every day that is sweet. Some days you're like, no, get a grip, stop it.
You are a man. You're not supposed to cry.
No, we haven't reached that level yet, though. But if it gets too much, we'll say stop it now, guys. What? So that's what this modern age. We're trying not to say that. We're trying to see when they get, because everybody got to. I'm sure I was a crybaby when I was younger, but as life happens, you say, okay, this thing happens a lot. I need to toughen up. I need to get strength from this instead of let it weigh me down. So we're trying to observe to find out when that will happen. So that's why I say sometimes, it's the society itself doesn't really encourage, men to be as expressive as ladies.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot of people already here in the comment section. So I would like to welcome everybody and then take their comments. So we have Caleb. Hey, really sorry I'm showing up late. Been down for some time. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Sending you love and light, and I hope you get back stronger. We have Olakpeju waving. Hi, Peju. Thank you for joining in. So she's saying it is sad that we have been taught to be tough and not acknowledge our emotions, especially when it comes to grief. We're going to get to that part. But I think we have to deal with that issue because a lot of us we're not supposed to grieve because society has actually built that around. So we'll still get to that. So you're very, very correct. She said, learning a lot here. Thank you so much. We have Basti. Hey, Basti, thank you for joining. Okay, Gbogbo Swagger, nice one. Keep it up. Thank you so very much. We have Candy Musa. Candy, you're welcome. She's saying great topic. Thank you so much, Candy. Thank you so much. So please, you could actually ask questions and all of that, and then we would take it during the course of this session. So I want to go back to the female part and the male part. Now, a lot of people say that the female, that the reason why they have a lot of they're expressive is because of their hormones. What can you say about that?
I would like to ask, when you say expressive, what do you mean? Are you saying
like they express their emotions, they're emotional and all of that is because of their hormones?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I remember one of my videos where you made a comment about, when we are on we're having a period and all the hormones are all over the place. How do
Yeah,
we manage it?
raging.
Yes. So mine is that we have those once a month. What happens to the other 20 days in the month? Are we still doing that because of the hormones? So I don't think so. I think, in fact, yes, we are, when the lady is pregnant, she goes through a lot, the hormones heighten these emotions, but I don't think that is enough. That is, so one of the things I am learning in emotional intelligence is understanding yourself and creating things that help you manage your state, right? I know that during my period, I'm going to be irritated, I'm going to be have a short fuse, that kind of feeling and everything.
Cranky.
You get, so during that period, is either I outsource whatever is happening to reduce my interaction with people. I try to plan things ahead. You guys don't call me this period when I enter my room. This is, so I don't think that is enough, reason for people to say that women are expressive because of their hormones. I think they're expressive. That's it. It doesn't have to be because of the hormones.
So please, people should stop blaming it on our hormones. It is who we are.
No problem.
And then we have men too that express themselves. So I think maybe we should start talking about how it is okay for a man to express his emotions. What do you think about that?
I think, yeah, I think it's very okay, right? But I also think that the society where you are, the roles and responsibilities that men are identified with plays a part on how they express their emotions. If you're a leader, you cannot express all of your emotions naturally. Yeah,
Okay.
your followers are going to be looking at you and
as weak.
No, not necessarily. We're looking at you for direction. We're looking at you for the way to go, how to move. You understand? So if you are, if you are affected by every whim and caprice, we cannot we go back and forth because you are going back and forth. The leader is really stronger in difficult situations because you have to focus on the situation rather than focus on yourself. So these are some of the things that men are identified with, especially because in this area, they're the head, they are the leaders, they are the ones that manage the home. So sometimes they have to put up a front, not because they don't want to express their emotions, but because we amplify the emotions. Just the way you said women express, we take the emotion you are giving us, we make it bigger.
From 0 to 100.
Yeah. So if it's excitement that you are selling to us, we've got it, enthusiasm, energy, we're moving. But if you are sending the vibes of, hey, we are doomed because we doom the doom. That as in, so I
we
think
multiply whatever it is that we are giving.
As they said. So that really is what I think about men and expressing their emotions. Yeah, so I feel like that has affected, maybe from the younger years, people have been told, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. But also as a man or as a home, head of the house, head of a family, I think more people are going to express themselves. You just need to know how to do it. And, if you are talking with your spouse, that's also, where you understand others. How do I break this news to my wife that it's not going to bring down the house, that we can walk through it? Not just, that's how it is now. I'm a man. So you're about to start a fight. But you can say the same thing and then somebody else, oh, yeah, so how do we resolve this? So sometimes it's the way you communicate.
And also presents the matter.
Exactly.
Great. So I want to ask you, Is it right to suppress your emotions?
Is it right?
Mm.
No. So many, there are a couple of ways people address their emotions.
Yes,
One of
please.
them is to deny the emotions that they even exist at all. That's why I told you from the beginning that one of the ways we handle difficult emotions is by accepting the fact that they even exist, that they are valid, they are normal. So the problems people face in trying to address their emotions is when you deny it. That's one. You say, sometimes it happens in Christendom by faith. I am happy and I'm exceptional. I'm sad, but by God's grace, I'm happy. That. And then sometimes we suppress it. We don't want it to be blown out of proportion, or we feel we can handle it, or we'll handle it later. That can work for a short time. A short time means that because every time you think about it and every time you talk about it, you bring it up all over again. So why not just deal with it at once? Because it's like, okay, you keep postponing the D-Day. So suppression wouldn't work. You have to come to a point where you understand that you and your emotions are on the same team. You working together for this whole body to function, for you to enjoy life to the full. So you cannot suppress your emotions. You cannot. They are meant to be expressed. That's why one day somebody drops a pin and you break the door and bring down the house. It's just a pin we dropped, but it's a lot of suppressed emotions.
Yeah, a lot of things swept under the carpet.
Yeah.
So how then because when I asked earlier, so if there are steps that you could actually share with us concerning handling difficult emotions, I think this is the right time to tell us the right way to handle these difficult emotions. Yes.
Okay, so we've talked about identifying the emotions. Mm-hmm. We've also talked about knowing and accepting that it's okay. The next step would be to be curious about the emotion. I said that you can't go in defensive and say, I'm not supposed to feel this way. I'm stronger than this. You are a human being. So you are on the side of your emotions. Both of it, we're teammates. We're working towards changing our states. We're working towards moving on from being angry to being calm, right? So
yes,
we say, okay, what caused this thing now? What's the trigger? Why does this guy get to me every time? What word does he say? Does he call my mother? Does he say your father? Do you understand? What does he do that gets to me? Or this lady in the office, anytime she just comes in like this, her face, my day is ruined. What is it about her? It's about understanding why you are angry in that moment. I say, okay, I know that there's a message in this, because every emotion has a message.
Sure.
Anger is telling you that something has been violated. I mean, like, I'm not used to this. This is not me. This is not what I want to happen. Somebody is violating the standards I have set. So you can't just be angry and go on. No. You have to pick the message. Is it that I didn't communicate my values to this person? That's why, the person did like this, like this. Is it that I, own it like, yes, I'm angry. It's okay for me to be angry, but now I need to know what I'm getting out of this anger. Then I need to see, okay, where would I rather be? Moving on, I would rather be calm. What are the steps I can take right now? This communication sometimes is under a minute. It's 30 seconds. But the more you do it, the faster you're able to respond. Yeah, depending on the emotion. Like now, we say emotions happen, your response and your time to emotions happens within the first 6 to 10 seconds. Yes.
Okay.
You either get it Oh, yes. That's why a slap moves very fast. It's 6 seconds. She said it before she said like this. Exactly. So the thing is, but with practice, with also I find out meditation, it has helped me a lot to be able to process when I'm getting angry, to be able to, that 6 seconds, it has made it seem like 60 seconds in my mind. It's still 6 seconds. So that's what, emotional intelligence does for you. It makes you to be able to take, like, are you going to focus on this annoying person, or you're going to focus on the results that you want to get? It's like when people are fighting in Big Brother house and you're thinking 90 million. Should I give this guy what he deserves? 90 million. Should I give this guy what he deserves? I'll do 90 million. We'll meet outside.
Well, I don't want both big brother, so but the analogy you made with money.
90 million.
I get that. Okay, so let's take comments. So we have Tirana School. Oh, thank you for joining in today. Emotions are natural for humans to express, but everything should be done moderately and in order, so it will not lead to strife or commotion. Thank you so much, sir, for this. And when we are under emotional influence, we should be careful of what we say or do. That is very, very true. So Lokpa, you are welcome. So Lokpa is saying, it is not easy to deny emotions. I am really trying to work on my emotions. That's very good. So we have Albert. Albert, you are welcome. He's saying emotions can be difficult and easy to handle based on your foundation and spiritual maturity. That's why self-control is required, because what it destroys is greater than what causes it. So we have House of Jamila. Hi everyone, you're welcome. We have Olabisi Osibo, you're welcome. She says, fantastic point. Controlling emotions is paramount. Knowing how to timely act right is underrated. Thank you so much, BC, for your comments. So I would like to take the comment of what's it called? I like what Tirano's school said when he talks about everything should be done moderately and in order. And also when you are angry, know how, or he was talking about being under emotional influence. So whatever emotions you have at the time, be careful of what you say or do. And which is what's called BC was talking about, how you should learn to control your emotions so that you know when to act, what to say, and what not to say. And then talking about self-control, that is the spiritual side of spiritual maturity. So talking about self-control as a form of handling difficult emotions. So could you buttress more on that?
Self-control. Well, I'd say, excuse me. I'd say there are a couple of tools at our disposal to handle difficult emotions, when they arise. Let's take anger, for example.
Yes, please.
Some of the techniques you can use, I mentioned one earlier, is to name and tame. We call it name and tame. You name the emotion you're feeling so you can tame it. Sometimes when it's in your head, it's switching from to this. It's very quick to move between emotions sometimes when it's in your head. But when you say, this is how I'm feeling, okay, what are the steps available? Another thing, I'm using anger, for example, now. Another thing is to break the flow. Somebody is talking and you know that it's getting to you. Take a break. I need to use the bathroom. Leave the scene. To break the flow of what's happening, right? Another one is to, so they're short bursts of, so that you can think of what you want to do. Another thing is to ask questions that don't buttress the anger. Like when you're angry, say, why could she do that? Is it focus on what's happening currently? how do we resolve this? We say, how do we say it now? We say focus on the solution. We say be assertive, not aggressive. So when you're assertive, you're focused on, this is why we are here. All these other things are trying to attack every other part of me, but I want to focus on this. You know, sometimes when you are out to do a job and then people are trying to talk about your private life, your father is here, I'm here for business. Can we stick to that? So in order not to, for you not to be settling or putting out fires that didn't even start, let's focus on this. So those little things are what saves the day. Like I told you, it's 6 seconds. If you can stop whatever was about to happen, you might be able to think, thank God I did not give him a slap in public. Oh, thank God I didn't say what was on my mind. I don't have to be apologizing. You know, there's sometimes somebody offends you. You have to apologize because what you said was heavier than what the person said. You now become the one that committed the crime. Yeah, so we're just trying to create enough room for you to think properly about how best to manage the situation. Meditation doesn't tell you, no, it's going to happen. Yes, there's some calming ones that when you're really upset, you can take deep breaths, deep breathing to calm yourself down. You could use stress balls. But it also, if you do it consistently for a long time, like I mentioned before, 6 seconds feels like 60 seconds. In your mind, you're already calculating different things on how to handle the situation. So when you see this as a journey, it's much easier to handle. That's what I'll say about that.
Okay, I like that. So I think this time around, let us bring it home. So can you share a personal experience with us on how you were able to handle a difficult emotion?
Can I share a personal experience?
Yes, because I think people learn more when they can relate to an experience. So it's different when, according to different write-ups, books, and all of that, this is what you should do, this is what you should do. But when you can relate to an experience, it brings it close to home, and it gives you more understanding of how to handle this difficult emotion. So over to you.
Okay, so one of the things that drew me to emotional intelligence was when I was experiencing some difficulties. I had just switched industries from the fast-moving consumer goods distribution to events management. And I'd left from being a top-level management to starting out from ground level.
From scratch.
Yeah, so it was a difficult time, and a lot of things were happening at the same time. And I was thinking, I wasn't getting all the support I needed, even from home, meaning my husband. And then, so everything used to annoy me. And then the kids, they just add to it. You get, so it was a difficult time for me. I was really just trying to put everything together, try not to break the home because I want to build a business.
Mm.
Are you getting me? Because it was like, this is not me. I'm able to manage a lot of things at the same time. So why can't I do this? Why is everybody just getting to me? You know the funny part? Outsiders don't get to me. It's those people.
It's people,
house.
yes.
People that are close to you. And it hurts.
Your loved ones, actually.
More. It hurts more. So this was one of the things that, made me say, okay, I need to find out what's happening. How do I deal with these emotions I'm feeling? So I attended a course for it to find out. I'd read about it, but like you said, sometimes reading about it is different from applying it. But physically seeing, doing it is the first day you might not see much, but okay, I'm not fighting with this guy. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to listen first. Be calm, Tucson. Just do 2 minutes, we'll be fine. So it just made me be a little more patient with other people also set my boundaries, guys, and also communicate. I'm going through this. I need my space. Please, I need a timeout. So you can even hear from the room. Mommy's having a timeout. So half of my problem is solved. Because, sometimes you're feeling like, oh, I'll just shout and everybody will get it. No, you will shout. 5 minutes later, some other kid will come in and say, oh, it wasn't me you shouted at, it was her. So I thought it was just how you're talking about. Like, seriously? So it helped to know that, okay, I can start anew, I can start afresh, paying attention to my emotions. I can embrace these emotions. Okay, these emotions are telling me I've not communicated to these people that my business is stressing me. I need your support. Clearly. Sometimes we say, okay, oh, my husband is living in the same house with me. You should understand what I'm going through. You should be able to read my mind. You should be able to know what's doing me. You should have all the answers to everything. You get so guy is also working. Guy also has his own feelings. He also has his own mood swings. He also has his own business to run. So you have to open your mouth sometimes. So emotional intelligence will be as little as speaking. Yeah, because we are assuming, and assumption has a lot of traps in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Being able to express myself, this is what I'm going through. This is how I think you can help. Okay, maybe you can handle the kids. Maybe you can help me do this. Okay, I feel much better. I feel lighter. And then observing how I'm doing it so that when this happens again, I know that this was how I did it the last time. So yeah, I've done it before. So how did I do it the last time? I did it last time. We got through that phase. We should be able to get through it again. So that for me was a major, major turning point for me and my emotions. So now I pay more attention to it. Now I'm trying to get other people to pay attention to it. Now I understand that it's a journey. I got it last time. Doesn't mean I can't do a relapse. The more you put in work, the more you get out of it. You do it once, it will not work. Because when you really, really need it, when you are standing in front of 40,000 people and somebody throws a shoe at you, how are you going to end the session just walking out, or you take it in stride and still deliver your speech? It's all from the previous work you have done on yourself. Really.
I like that. That's very profound. So how does difficult emotions affect our relationship with people and our loved ones?
Using my story now, you can already pick that. Like, how does it affect your loved ones? They're the ones that take the brunt. They're the ones, because other people say hello, hi, over the phone or physically. You go back home, your true self, your free self. You let down your hair, you change your clothes, no makeup. And these are the people that interact with you, and you are giving it to them. All the people that you weren't able to respond to, they take the response.
Transfer of aggression.
You give it, you dish it out. I'm not the one. You be responding, whereas it's somebody else you're angry at. So sometimes they may get it if they are also working on their emotional intelligence. Okay, it's that guy that she's really talking about, so it's not me. Other times, both of you are on the same level, trying to understand yourselves and your emotions, and you're both, from there, it becomes a heated argument, and from there, you are saying, oh, I'm sleeping outside tonight. No, you can't do this to me. Oh, we are now thinking it's your marriage, whereas it's actually work that you brought home that affected. Do you understand? So things like that would definitely affect those that are really close to you.
Okay, so let's go to the comment section. So House of Jamila is saying, it is really not easy to stay calm and control one's emotion, but it is an admirable virtue when one can master it. You're very correct. Sweet Oster, oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. She's saying, speaking as a church girl that I am, we really need the help of the Holy Spirit to help us for time, because sometimes things get us so upset And after we react, we ourselves are shocked by our reactions. That's very correct. So Lokwa is saying, I think it is easy to overcome external emotions, but internal emotions is hard to deal with, especially the ones that comes from spouse or family. I think that's very correct. Because we feel it more than probably from when it comes from someone that we don't really sense.
Exactly.
So Olakweju is saying, Tolakwa is saying, there was a video Madam Funke sent to me concerning a woman and her husband's side chick. After I watched the video, I was like, Toluwalope, God forbid, you can't handle this at all. It will really weigh me down emotionally. Okay. Now I think, but why is it that is it because of what's it called? Is it because of the love that we have for our spouse or our brothers or sisters? That is why we feel so much emotions when they are the ones that do these things to us than people outside. Why do you think so?
Yeah, you just said it how it is. If you are not important to me, whatever you say does not matter.
Doesn't matter. I like that.
So when I mean, there are very few people that I'm really close to, and one of them just say it like this, it will just down like a bell. Or 1,000 people could have said it and it would even hit them. Like, you know how somebody, I was explaining to somebody that if someone you don't know comes up to you and says you are mad, you just look at the person like, is he okay? Maybe the guy is high.
Maybe the guy is mad.
Yeah, maybe we can't see what's up with him.
Yeah.
But somebody in your house that knows you are okay, asks you if you are mad. Is it that you are mad or the person?
Lazy.
You understand?
I get you.
Because I feel like you know me better than everybody. You know what I can do. You know what I should do. You know what upsets me sometimes. So why would you be? You understand? So that's why it really gets to us.
Okay. So I think I like what Sweet Oster said about the place of the Holy Spirit helping us, because I know that there are times where I'm supposed to go all out, gone blazing, and all of that. And, I just hear that voice. And what I do is just leave the scene, or do not say anything, or just go quiet and all of that. Yes. So I think that is very key. And then I also like what Jamila said, talking about it's not easy, but when you keep working on yourself, it's a conscious effort. Yeah. And it's something that you have to keep doing. It's very, very admirable when you can master it. So we have Oluwafumilola Omotayo. Oh, thank you for joining us today. So she's saying people use their emotions to blackmail others. Either they remind you of your past or situations just to feel that they are okay on their own part. I think what she's saying is key. Some people are going through issues, but they carry those issues and carry it and put on someone else. So that other person feels that they are the problem, whereas it's coming from their own place of probably emotions that they've not settled or mastered.
Definitely.
Okay. So Tolakwa is saying, sometimes I find it difficult to just get some things out of my mind, especially when I am cheated or I did something good and the person used that good against me. Okay, I think you should talk about that.
Why?
Yeah. Because I think this applies to a lot of people, because some people feel that I do good things, I'm a good person, so they feel hurt when people do bad things to them because they don't serve people with that kind of thing. So I don't think I should expect it. I don't think you should do it to me because I give good always. So when people are actually doing bad to me, you feel hurt because you should expect good back. So I think you should talk about that.
I don't have much to say about that. But the two things I have to say, number one,
Yes, please.
even good people, bad things happen to them.
True.
But number two, which is important, is that you cannot use your own standards, expect other people to have your own standards. You don't do bad things does not mean that other people don't do bad things.
No, I think number two is the answer.
Number two is the answer. I just needed
I
to
think
tell
so.
number one because it happens. But number two
Yeah,
is
it
really
does
that,
happen.
you know how sometimes you're I'm like, I don't understand people that don't pay their debts. Why will you borrow money and not pay? But some people are very comfortable. As long as you're not dead, they'll pay you whenever they can. But when they were begging for the money, it was a different attitude. But because I'm not like that, does not mean everybody else is not like that.
That's true.
So sometimes our problem is that we expect that other people are just like us. So we have to understand that these are important things to us. Is this person like that? You will still get it wrong sometimes. That's why I mentioned number one. Things will still happen. Life will still happen. You still make mistakes. But you are reducing the amount of mistakes you're going to make by not expecting other people to be just like you, by giving room to accommodate who they are, their own personalities. Sometimes, I complain about one of my coaches. She says time is 6 o'clock. I get there 6 o'clock. She's not there at 6:06. And I'm like, why can you not keep to time? What's the meaning of this? Why would you? After a while, I knew that if I didn't want to continue being angry over just the time, I needed to prepare my mind.
Her.
Exactly. She wasn't about to change, no matter how many times I said it. The next time was probably the same thing. But instead, I said, okay, the time is 6 o'clock. She's going to come between 6 o'clock and 6:10 or 6:15. So that was my news. So it's when I get to 6:15 and you're not there, then I start getting worried, getting irritated, sending you messages. But at least I'm better off than when I started at 6 o'clock.
Maybe you keep pushing the time.
Do you understand? You are beginning to also understand the person. This person is not me. Maybe at some point we will get to the point where we say, Madam, I can't do this again. You really have to up your game. You will communicate. But you cannot assume that people are like you. You cannot.
I like that. So what can you say concerning Fumi's comment where she was saying that people use their emotions to blackmail others? Either they remind you of your past or situations just to make you feel that that they are okay, whereas the problem is coming from them. So how do you handle that?
I would say that you have to own your own weaknesses. One of the areas of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. Self-awareness is not just knowing your strengths. It's not just knowing things that make you happy. It's also knowing your weaknesses. It's also knowing things that trigger you. It's also knowing people's perceptions about you. So sometimes in order to understand who you are, you have to ask people that are close to you, how do I come across? Some people think, oh, they are nice and everything, but maybe their face is hard and people think they're stern. So how do I come across? Do I come across as stubborn? So it's owning your narrative. It's owning what people say about you. I was watching a movie the other day and there was this lady, I can say she's a mean bitch. But she knew it and she rode on that like.
She wore it like a badge of honor.
Badger than a badge of honor. She did everything to the level. You already know that I'm this. So everything. She swallowed it. You can't even use it to upset her. So emotional blackmail will always come. People look for people to blame. You're going to be somebody's blame sheet. Is how you allow it to affect you that will be the issue. I mean, when I had just my son, you know how parents are, oh, this is how you should take care of your child, this is how you should do. And then you find out that everyone's parenting skill or style is different. You can't compare. So if you want to blackmail me based on yours, I won't let it happen. But you are allowed to try. So those are things that we would experience.
I like that. So we have House of Tyrannos School. So look, where you are right. Try to be on the side of building the marriage and not pulling it down. Grace comes in when we forgive and also when we have self-control. Tolokwa is saying thank you. So Tolokwa, I think that has answered your your comments, concerning the issue about the video that was shared. So how do you master your emotions? I didn't want to use the word subdue, or probably maybe we could use that word. So how do you master or subdue your emotions? Yes.
Okay. How do you master? Firstly, it's going to take time. You're not going to master it in one day. It's just like a skill. And then, someone says that you need to put 10,000 hours to become a professional in so and so skill. You need to keep at it. Take little steps. Little steps becomes big giant oceans, big giant forests. So in mastering your emotion, you're going to begin to do things daily about your emotions, whether there is something happening or not, whether you are fighting difficult emotions or you're excited. Do you know that you have to also observe yourself when you're excited, when you are happy? What changed my mood? What made me excited? What kind of news do I like to hear? What kind of music just gets me up from the bed no matter what I'm doing? Maybe I can use that music when I'm sad, just to get off the bed. So you're observing yourself, you're observing the way you relate with other people. So mastering your emotion is going to take time. It's going to take using tools available at your disposal. It's not trying to do everything at the same time. It's trying to do the one in front of you. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You'll see results. If you say, okay, if today you say, oh, I'm going to let this person talk before I finish talking, before I say a word. You know how the first day is going to be like?
It will be like 10 years.
Yes, like, hey gosh.
Like never ending journey.
When am I going to finish it? As in, you're going to be like, will I ever? Or if you keep at it, the next day you're like, other day you're like, and then one day you just find out, oh, he has finished talking, and I wasn't even about to say anything. But it's going to be over time. It's going to be over time, really. But it's definitely doable, and that's why I like it. I mean, I don't have to get all the results right now. So even if tomorrow you see your head that I slapped somebody, I'm human. I slapped the person. We continue the journey. I don't slap, oh please, oh, I don't fight, oh please.
I understand what you're saying. But I think at a point, one should be able to, there's a time where you could correct people. So it's not about walking away, but there are times where you have to correct people concerning things that they do. Maybe if probably maybe things they say and all of that could actually be a source of trigger. So I think, like, for example, if it's maybe your colleague or your spouse and all of that, you can have that conversation with the person in order to make that stop.
So I think that's actually one of the misconceptions of emotional intelligence. You are not going to walk away every time. I don't even remember the name of the video I did, or how to get angry the right way. You have to be angry sometimes. The thing is, how do you express the anger? To whom do you express it? Where you have to be, I mean, some people have to see you visibly angry for them to take you seriously.
That's true.
But that anger is for a purpose. You're not letting your emotions run over and take over the whole anger. Sometimes I have to feign being angry to get some people to do their jobs. But I have to calm myself down. This is the act. Guy, calm down, calm down. The guy has gone. We need to calm down. So that you don't take that anger and carry it to
the next level, to something
so
else.
it's not that you're not going to be angry. It's like the Christians, be angry, but do not sin.
Yes.
You will be angry, but how you express yourself when you're angry? What do you say? Are you the type that you need to keep quiet? Because when you open your mouth, we can't take back.
There's the road.
You understand?
The person will go and stand in front of 9/11 and say, take me.
Exactly. So it's not just about walking away all the time. No, sometimes you have to lay clear boundaries as well. And to do that, you have to open your mouth and talk. You can't walk away. Like, especially in relationships, I feel like we need to have these conversations, not just, oh, we want to keep the peace, we just go to our rooms and sleep. No, we have to talk about it. What just happened? Why did it happen? How do we prevent it the next time? It's not just about walking away. I think, it's about being assertive, not aggressive. It's about expressing yourself. It's about saying, these are the things that I cannot take this. Please, guy, come. Don't you try that again. This is your first time. That's why I'm giving you a pass. You try the next time, you won't like me. I've said it. The next time, let's see if we'll try it again. Then we know what to do. But that first time, I had never told him before that, guy, I'm out for your blood. I'm waiting for you. No, we are focused on the results. So it's not just about walking away every time. You're not going to walk away every time. You need to open your mouth sometimes. You need to defend yourself. You need to stand. It's like in the workplace sometimes. You can't be defending yourself when someone is trying to make you look like you haven't done your work. No, I have done my work. This is evidence to prove that I know what I'm doing. I have this results. I have this results. I have this results. And you say it out, not in the corners, not I need to speak to you private. No, there's some things you say out in the open.
You nip it straight there.
You don't even let it start. Exactly. So it's not every time you walk away. So emotional intelligence is not just about walking away. It's about focusing on the issue. If focusing on the issue means you have to walk away, that's fine. If not, it means you have to address it. And there's some things you address as it's about to start. Disrespect. When it's about to start. I can already see you the way you're doing. Let's address it now so that it doesn't escalate. Because there's some things you can't even address much later. You have been tolerating it since. There's nothing you can do about it. It has become a part of the system. You want to change it. So
you just go with the flow.
Yeah, but you don't like it. If you don't say it, people are not going to be able to, they're not going to change. So you have to start creating new steps for them. And guys, I know I haven't told you this before, but I don't like this. Can you stop? Oh, we didn't know you didn't like it. Some people will still do it, but fewer people will do it this time now that you have said it. Not everybody's always looking for a problem. You understand? Not everybody's village people.
And it's not everybody that is looking for your blood to draw.
I understand.
So we have Solomon Ojawo. Okay, so that's Ozioma. Thank you for joining. She has a question. What advice can you give someone with a non-expressive personality to properly express and not lock up their emotions?
Okay, so I would say, how do they express themselves when they're excited? Some people may not express themselves when they're angry, may not want to show when they're angry or when they're upset and all that. But they do express themselves when they're happy. Do they write? Do they sing? Do they, love letters, chats? So I remember when I was dating, I didn't like to talk when I was angry. And my husband would be asking, my boyfriend would be asking me, what's the matter? What's the matter? You know that breathing.
Suppressing the whole emotion.
And he will give me a paper to write it. And I can write it down. Then when I write it, I will give it to him. then we can now talk, because I've already actually expressed myself in writing it down.
Wow.
So there are just some things that we don't think are the solution. We're looking for big, grandeur. That person expresses himself in ways that we may not be used to. But people that talk, that are more extroverted, they don't understand why you write. Why would you? Or people that watch more videos than read books, they don't understand why you're reading a book. Do you understand? So people are different, but you need to look at, there are ways the person already expresses themselves in their happy moments, and so you look at similarities that you can use when they are sad.
So House of Tyrannosaurus said, really, it is how we trust God and align with his word when we are faced with relationship issues that we are able to develop fruit of the spirit. Love fruit is developed when you love the unlovable, okay? Peace is not the absence of trouble. Solomon, that is really dangerous for that person. Helping such to come out of his or her cocoon and start talking will bring solution first. Thank you, sir. Glory be to God. So I think we've been able to answer, that question, and also aligning with the word of God, you'll be able to develop some fruit of the spirit that will help you in your work and your relationship with people and also your spouse. So how can you increase your emotional quotient?
Taking baby steps, doing a thing or two about your emotions every day. So usually we say emotional intelligence is divided into about 4, sometimes 5 areas. Knowing yourself, knowing others, understanding leadership, how to work with people, understanding your temperament. So you can pick a segment to, but the thing about it is that life is happening as you're going. So I would say observe more. In the first few weeks of paying attention to your emotions, I would say observe more. Take notes, journal. What do I find about myself? Especially if you take it seriously, you get serious results. Or if you take it casually, you get casual results. So really, observing yourself. I've never known myself to do this. Why did I do it? Or I'm always doing this. I want to stop. So let me even see, how does it start? I start by, this person said this. We always know, we always, something always triggers us, right? But we have not really paid attention to the things that trigger us. So it continues and it exacerbates, it grows, because today the person did it and we did like this, we responded in this manner. It gets bigger. But when we find out exactly what our triggers are, we either know how to respond or how to prevent that situation from happening or escalating. So I do say it's baby steps to understanding your emotions. Read books about emotional intelligence and pick areas that you can immediately adopt. That's why I say on Tucson University, we talk about practical. I am living the life, so I'm experiencing the challenges we face with emotional, mastering your emotions. So I want to express it. I want people to know that I'm facing it too. So that's why you be around people that you feel like he handled that matter very well. I need to learn how he was able to control himself despite all the pressure. So those are things that you can work on immediately, but you have to be consistent with this to be able to get results.
Thank you very much. So how can I read people's emotions?
I have a video on that. You can go and watch it.
Okay, so we're actually going to, I'm going to put the link of her channel in the description box of this video. That is at the end of the live session. I'm going to do that. So when you go there, there are so many materials that you could actually read and listen to, and also read further to be able to help you in this journey of emotional intelligence. So no problem. I know you don't want to answer that question. We'll all move everybody to your channel to actually
watch
that part.
Yeah.
Yes. So how can you apply the 4 emotional quotient in your life and relationship?
How can you apply it in your life and relationship? Okay, let's take understanding yourself. If you can, so you know how people say you need to love yourself before you expect other people to love you. It's how you treat yourself that people will treat you.
Yes.
If you understand yourself, you help others understand you. If you know the things you like and the things you don't like, if you know your values and you can communicate that clearly, you're helping other people treat you properly. If you know, okay, these are the list of things I don't tolerate, you express it. The next person knows that she doesn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
They are not guessing because you already learned about yourself and you're able to communicate it to somebody else. That's very clear. So it's learning about yourself. You know, oh, this thing, it irritates me. Please don't do that. It gets me worked up. But if you didn't know, everybody will be doing trial and error with you because, I mean, let's see if it works. You know how some people are like, I don't know how she react to. Let's just try.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they know, they'll know how you react. That's about understanding yourself. Understanding others, it's also about you. Sometimes in understanding others, you've understood yourself. You also put yourself in their shoes like, hey, me, I don't like this thing. I won't like it if somebody else does it to me. So it also helps you in relating with others. But that's also, you still have to understand other people. Like in a relationship, personalities are different. You have 2 different people coming together from, I don't know what backgrounds, and then we're starting life together. We have to understand, okay, where he is coming from. This is how things are done. This is how they respond in this kind of situations. Some people work very well under pressure. Others melt.
Don't.
Yes, they just freeze. I can't think, I can't do anything. So I'm understanding, okay, when there's pressure, I have to take over, or you have to take over, because this is how that's what understanding others does. Leadership involves you understanding how to manage a group of people with your own emotions and their own emotions. You know, I mentioned earlier that a leader cannot just express all of his emotions to his followers because everybody's trying to, we pick from the energy of the leader. So if our leader is down, we are down. So in dealing with a multitude of people, you're understanding, okay, we may be down, but we need to be motivated to be able to win this this battle. What we're going for, we still need energy. So I'm going to rev everybody up. We would count our losses right after this. For now, let's focus on victory. So in understanding these people, how they are feeling right now, how I need to make them feel, you are merging, you're analyzing, do you understand? There's emotional intelligence going on there. Yes, you are expressing, it was like, okay, my own emotions can wait right now. It's like making decisions, you know, in the height of a very bad timing, and you're thinking, now is not the time, now is not the time. But if you don't make a decision, 500 people cannot move. So you put that bad timing to the side, make the decision, then go back to the bad timing. That's why we say you can't suppress or not express your emotions for long. But you can calculate, okay, I cannot mourn right now. We have to deliver on this. Let's do this. Then we get back to that. So that's what I will say with that.
Thank you so much. As in, I've learned a lot today, and I know that a lot of people watching us have actually learned a lot. Thank you so much for honoring this invite.
You're welcome.
Thank you to everybody in the comment section that sent in their comments and their questions and all of that. Thank you for making this session very interactive. And we will see you next time on Saturday, 9 p.m. We're talking about a very wonderful topic that you do not want to miss. We're talking about how to identify a scammer.
That one is serious.
So, yeah, we're talking about that. So, thank you so much, Tosan, for coming on the show. So, in conclusion, what would you like to tell us?
In conclusion, I would like to say that emotional intelligence is a journey. And if you're already interested in it, there are different ways you can start your journey. You can take an emotional intelligence course. You can take baby steps. You can read about emotional intelligence. You can just try to adopt whatever you are learning. Whatever, it's not just this. There's so much knowledge. We need to actually practice to be able to get results. Consistency does work, especially with emotions. And remember, the emotions are not the enemy. They always have a message for you. They're on the same team with you. And without, very, very soon, you'll be a master of your emotions.
Thank you so much. So, one bonus question. How do you respond to how are you?
How do I respond to?
How are you?
You got that right. Okay, for those that don't know, she's taking that from my book, actually, on emotional vocabulary, how we respond to the question, how are you? You know how most of us already have a standard answer to the question, how are you? Because obviously some people just ask as part of a mandatory greeting, how are you?
Fine.
So how are you? Or how's your night? Fine, fine. So we can move on to get to the point. So I was trying to explain that we can't just stick to the regular. There's so many feelings you can feel. You can move from I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm overjoyed, I'm fantastic, I'm enthusiastic, I'm elated, I'm energetic, or I am irritated, I'm irked, I'm miffed, I am sad,
I'm hungry,
I'm down. You're still hungry. You need to go and eat. So that's about it. Really, really expand your emotional vocabulary.
Thank you so much. I learned a lot. So in conclusion, I would like to say that concerning handling difficult emotions, the foundation, go to the foundation and also find out what exactly is that particular emotion that you're feeling, because they could actually come in different forms and all of that. So by the time you find that out, you'll be able to tackle where the issue is coming from and also handle it. And also baby steps. Try as much as possible. It is not a one-stop shop. It is something that you have to do over and over and over and over and over again. You will keep revisiting the shop to move on to the next level till you become a master and you master your emotions. So till I see you next time, please take care of yourself and also handle your difficult emotions wisely, because you might actually be affecting your spouse, your family, or your colleagues or people around you with all these difficult emotions. I don't want to say negative emotions, difficult emotions. And also, it is valid for you to express yourself. So do not suppress your emotions at any point. So till I see you next time, take care, stay true to yourself. Your dreams are valid. This is Gbogbo Swagger, and this is Swagger's Lifestyle. Bye. Thank you, Tosa. Thank you so much. Bye. And to everybody, so we have what's it called? Ojema saying thank you once again for yet another enlightening session. Thank you so much for joining in. So we have Kandi Musa saying, really insightful, learned a lot. Thank you, Tosan, for sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much, Kandi. Ola Pedro is saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. 3 times, and she's giving the high five, the push-up. Yay! Thank you so much. Do take care and bye. Bye. Good night. Bye. Thank you, Tosa. Thank you. Thank you.